honored to be asked to help out at the White House with the state dinner this week, and just had a great time in the Rose Garden, setting up the flowers and the candles and watching it all come together, and it was beautiful and magical. So what I wanted to do was show you some of the techniques that were used in producing the floral centerpieces. The focus was really on the structural elements and clean, simple designs with, neat sort of mechanical work. So what I decided to do was buy some flowers that you can find anywhere and use sort of basic vases, but show you these techniques at the same time. So let me get started. So I could have just, obviously gone to my wholesaler and bought all the same flowers that you will see in the photos that I took from the event. But they're very expensive, and it would be a lot of work for you to reproduce that look. So again, I wanted to take different flowers, but show you using similar techniques of how they could look the same. So the first thing I'm going to do is take this large glass cube vase and grab a little bit of bear grass. Now, this arrangement I'm making is modeled after one with calla lilies that was right in front of the President and First Lady. And the way you sort of achieve this look is by really simply taking some of your bear grass, twirling it in your hand, and curling it down inside your vase. Okay, so I have this fun circle, and this one isn't, doing what I want, so I'm going to pull it out inside the simple vase. Then I have some Asiatic lilies. So at the dinner they use calla lilies. They're pretty expensive, so I've got these. What I'm going to do is take off any leaves that are on the stem, trim this up a little bit, and work on curling, there we go, the stem, so that it stays where I want it to, inside the vase. So it's a really simple, clean look. Here we go, more time, taking this off. Now, one thing I wanted to mention is the pollen here can actually stain your clothes or hand or carpet or anything that it goes on. So what you can do is take a little paper towel or tissue paper, pull these off, and I should have done that to the one I already did, but I'll just reach in here and do it. There we go. So that if it falls, it doesn't, stain anything. All right, got my second lily. I'm going to try and go the other way. Now, this is always easier said than done, especially when you're doing these structural types of designs, but I think it worked. Okay, great. So I've got these two in here, looking kind of neat. And I have one last one, which we'll see if I can fit in. Again, I'm going to pull this off, trim this down, stick this right into the base. It's a little bit long. There we go. All right. Great. Okay, simple and clean. Setting this one off to the side. Now, the next arrangement I wanted to make is modeled after the style of the long pieces that went down the centers of the table that showcased Oncidium orchids, which are really beautiful. And what happened there is inside the vase, leaves were wrapped inside. I think I just said that, but inside, we're decorating the inside of the vase to get the same look that we had there on the tables. Then, instead of the expensive orchids, I'm going to use just some simple but beautiful sunflowers, hold them together, and bind them with a little bit of wire. So you could use a rubber band even. In fact, if I had one here, I would just grab one, but right now I just have the wire. And this isn't any sort of special wire. It's just something to bind it with. Okay, great. Got that there. I'm going to trim these down a little bit more here was a decorated interior vase, and then the flowers standing out like this off to the side. So let me show you about the interior vase piece that I just sort of brought up. What I have here are croton leaves. So I just used them inside the vase, and here are some in my hand. And this is how they come on a nice plant just like this. It's a house plant, it grows inside, it's really easy to use. What I did was just cut off a few of the leaves, and then what I'm going to do is take them and actually staple them together. This is how the other ones were made. To make a little fan. Alright, well, I've got those two. Then I'm going to fold over some other croton leaves here, just like this, and make a cool little design element that can go inside the vase. There we go. Just like that. Oh, my one staple popped off. This happens. How do you fix it? You do it again. Okay. And then I'm going to tuck this down there just to add one more cool sort of piece to it. And it's that simple, but again, you could go crazy making something really big out of large leaves and your staples, or, you know, anything. Just that technique of stapling and folding over is something that was used. Now, this last little vase, or my third one, I think I'm going to do one more. I'm going to take some hosta leaves and wrap them inside the vase, just like this. Hosta leaves were also used there to cover up the inside of the vase and just have a neat look. So oftentimes you can do this where the interior of the vase is wrapped in sort of a cool leaf, and then you just have simple flowers, which is exactly what we did. So right here, I've got just a bunch of feverfew. Again, simple garden flower. I'm going to cluster it together